Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching episode 1 of Death Note. I know nothing about the show. There was a really loved movie with Nat Wolff in it, I think. But other than that, that's it. I know there's a book of some sort. That's it. You?
We have to be careful not to spoil each other if we know slight little differences already going into it. All I know is the name of the main character, the character art for a few of the characters, and basically what the title means.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't really know anything.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to get into it. Ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. I've heard this song before somewhere. Maybe like an anime playlist on Spotify.
An apple.
Ooh. I like the color of like the red apple compared
The
to
black and white.
yeah, everything else. The selective color is very cool.
Oh, and when he bit into it, everything got colorful.
Creepy. Very creepy.
There's definitely some light and dark themes,
Yeah.
as well as selective color.
The animation is so cool looking. Okay.
Okay. A battlefield?
Blood, devastation.
Bones. Are there dragons in this or dinosaurs?
I'm not sure. There's chains. Ugh.
Okay, he's creepy.
That's terrifying. Is that like a... Huh. Shinigami realm?
Hey there, Ryuk. Would it kill you to join us?
Ryuk.
Ryuk.
No. I'll pass.
Listen for the voice of God, then follow it. Yagami, are you still with us?
Follow the teachings of God and receive his blessings. And the raging storms will subside.
Today, at approximately 11 a.m., a 32-year-old man was found stabbed to death.
Jesus.
Police are treating this case as homicide.
This music, dude.
The religious music definitely puts you in a kind of unsettled mood when you're hearing about stabbings.
Day in and day out. Same news on permanent repeat.
This is all so...
The mirroring of each other. Whoa.
is rotting.
The world is rotten.
What? Death Note? Is it just falling out of the sky?
He's gonna go get it.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you pick up a mysterious book that fell from the sky?
Did it come from the roof or did it come from the sky?
Death?
Oh.
As in a notebook of death?
Huh.
The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die.
What?
Oh, puts it back. It's lame.
It's really not that different from one of those chain letters you get.
True.
True.
Did you go back for it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
No,
be something
I don't reply to
wrong
the
with me to
chain mail,
consider
so...
Yep, you got it.
This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his or her name. Therefore, people sharing the same name will not be affected.
Huh.
If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack.
Wow.
Writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So depending on the person you have in mind, you can either kill them easily or painfully, huh?
Huh.
This is
Very detailed. Normally it's like, you will die in 48 hours.
name in that person
I love how detailed it is. Who would he try it on? You know?
Is he gonna just try it? Oh no.
Wait, on the off chance someone really
Yeah.
dies, would that make me a murderer?
Yes.
It's completely impossible.
No.
The same assailant who attacked 6 people.
Okay. So pick somebody who is obviously
bad.
a criminal,
Yeah.
a murderer.
42-year-old Kuro Otoharada.
And he saw his face.
A heart attack in 40 seconds? We'll see.
He'd be saving hostages right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we're seeing something here. Looks like movement at the front entrance.
The hostages!
The suspect has been found dead.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's like a vigilante now.
Yeah.
Heart attack?
And his name is Light.
Light Yagami?
Someone named Light doing
He's cram
something so
school.
dark.
Yeah.
I have to test it one more time. In which case, it should probably be another criminal. I need to see results right away.
Is he just gonna kill a bully?
No. I should definitely avoid killing people I know.
He's so smart and thorough
He was
already.
really smart.
Would anyone really care if a guy like him was to disappear one day?
Is he gonna try a specific way of death this time? That's how you really test it out, right?
He seems methodical.
Oh yeah, he's thinking everything through.
It makes you wonder if you'd be doing society a favor by getting rid of all these people.
All these people?
What's up, little
Dude.
lady? The name's Tako Shibuimaru.
He knows the name now.
Yeah, and
The whole
face.
name.
Was that his heartbeat?
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude. Fuck these guys. Sorry, these guys suck.
They're in public.
Oh my god.
That settles it. The death note. It's for real.
He's just killed 2 people
Yeah.
in a day.
Better get going.
What was that? That's Ryuk, right?
Ryuk.
He better get going.
That's true, but I've dropped my death note.
Are these Reapers?
Like Grim Reapers?
Man to get a second book. Don't tell me you dropped both of them.
You must
The
have
old man.
some idea where you dropped the thing. Yeah, the human world. What?
There are multiple worlds.
And he was dumb enough
Oh.
to drop it in there.
What the hell? Oh,
If you saw him, you would be pretty scared. I'd
the
be
image.
screaming.
Whoa, that transition. The imagery is so cool. I love the animation.
The results of the nationwide exams.
I've been waiting all day. Goodness, number 1 again.
Wow.
He's a smarty pants.
Nationwide? Oh my god. How many people has he killed?
Did he write all of those? Or were these already written in there?
You've taken quite a liking to it.
Oh my god. Dude, that's terrifying.
You've already figured out that what you have is no ordinary notebook.
His eyes went from red to back to the yellow gold.
Yellow.
The god of death, huh?
Is he like powered by him? By Ryuk?
In fact, Ryuk, I've been waiting for you.
Several death notes have made their way into the human world in the past, but you're the first to have written this many names.
He did write them all.
5 days? Is there a price to pay?
What happened to me? You're here to take my soul, right?
I'm not gonna do anything to you.
He's not?
The notebook becomes part of the human realm from the very moment it touches the earth. In other words, the notebook is now yours. If you don't want it, just give it to someone else. But if you give it away, I'd have no choice but to erase your memories of the note.
Okay.
And when it's your time to die, it will fall on me to write your name in my death.
Oh, his.
Any human who's used a death note can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity.
What?
Do they become a god of death in death?
Maybe. Can she not see him?
Apples.
Why on earth is it so dark in your room? You ruin your eyes.
Oh my god.
Mom can't see him?
Maybe it's just to the beholder of the Death Note.
That notebook you found originally belonged to me. And since you're now using it, you are the only one who's able to see me. The Death Note is the bond between Light, the human, and Ryuk.
Huh. And he likes apples.
Yeah, I just have...
He really likes apples.
Why was I chosen for this?
Good question.
You weren't. You
Are
picked
you
it up.
listening?
You see?
Just answer my question.
I didn't choose you. Don't you see this is all just an accident?
That's what
Okay.
I thought.
That's why I wrote the instructions in English, the most popular language in the human world.
Then what?
Good thing he's good at reading English.
You're asking me why? I did it because I was bored. The truth is, Shinigami haven't got much to do these days. If you take the time to write names in your Death Note, the others just laugh at you for working so hard. So I figured I'd have more fun if I came down here myself. Anyway, I'm surprised at how many names you've written.
You see, I've already exhausted the list of the world's major criminals. And eventually I'm gonna get rid of them all.
Oh my god.
I want the world to know of my existence. That there's someone out there passing righteous judgment on the...
What?
What are you trying to achieve by passing judgment?
Wants to become a god?
A god?
I've been bored too.
Match made in heaven.
They're made for each other.
There's something about the Death Note itself that makes humans want to try it out at least once.
Power.
Curiosity.
I killed 2 men. Who am I to pass judgment on others?
Look, the red eyes.
And those who are making it rot deserve to die. Someone has to do it, so why not me? Even if it means sacrificing my own mind and soul.
He was willing to risk everything for it.
To make the world a better place?
In his mind.
In like a weird, sadistic way?
Is there anyone out there other than me who'd be willing to eliminate the vermin from the world?
I love the voice acting.
Using the Death Note, I'll change the
Those
world.
eyes. Holy shit.
He's going like power hungry, crazy. What's he gonna do once all the criminals are dead?
Look at the visuals, dude. Oh!
First, I wrote the names of the worst criminals I could think of, like I was cleaning up the world one name at a time. And while the truly guilty ones who deserve to be punished for their crimes die of heart attacks, the people who are less guilty but who still make trouble for others will slowly be erased through disease and accidental death.
But if you did that, it would make you the only bad person left.
I'm a hard-working honor student who's considered to be one of Japan's best and brightest. I will become the god of this new world.
Humans are so...
He's not bored anymore.
Not at all. To be continued. Is that him, like, is that
No,
the
I think
note?
that's the instructions.
Huh. The storyboarding, like the shots, are so interesting. Like, look at this.
The use of color is what's like really getting me.
Yeah.
Black, white, red, and blue.
Mm-hmm. When they choose to use, like, the crazy saturated, vibrant... His hair, I think, is red there.
The apple's only significance that Ryuk ate one and said that they were great and the reason to come to Earth.
And it's red.
And it's red, like an apple of my eye, and his eyes are red.
I like it. Cool. All right, that was episode 1 of Death Note. Oh my god. I wrote down so much.
Oh, you did write down so much. I have one word.
Okay. Light Yagami, main character, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you knew, right?
I knew his name,
Okay.
and that was basically one of the only things I knew.
The Shinigami, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Ryuk, and he has his own Death Note, as well as the death note that he dropped out of the Shinigami realm to Light.
He had to ask an old man to make him another one.
Yeah.
So there must be like a leader or a god.
Is that
that's in
old
charge of
man
them?
a Shinigami?
I don't know. He might be like what we think of as God.
Yeah. Light is very smart. #1 nationwide on the tests. That was right. We learned that right before. We also learned that he had like the book full of names and he's already killed so many people or written their names down in the death note. When we saw him in the store watching this woman be harassed and deciding to kill the men, I thought for a second it looked like there were other names above hers. Or like
It's like he had already started writing.
yeah. So I'm not sure about that, but face in mind, I love the rules for the Death Note, like how specific they are.
And Ryuk wrote those in there.
Yeah, I love it. His eyes turned red, Light, every time it seemed like he was in that mindset of thinking.
Yeah, it was like every time he was being consumed by almost the greed to purify the world, then
Yeah.
his eyes were red.
And they both decided to go on this journey because they were bored.
It's not what I do when I'm bored.
So you think of the guy or the person's name, you write it down. It can't just be any person with that name because you have to have their face in mind when thinking about it.
Do you have to also know the last name, or is it more important that you have their first name and their face?
I would think you'd have to know the last name, I think. But
They made a point to say the first and last name for the two original people he killed.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was important.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a really good point. And if you don't write the cause of death, in 40 seconds, it is a heart attack, right? And it sounded like when they first met, Ryuk and Light, he had only killed people using heart attacks other than the one man who was on the motorcycle. But then at the end of the episode, he said something like, and for the less bad, we'll give them accidental deaths or disease deaths that are slow. That's interesting.
Because it's almost like as if it wasn't divine punishment, but more just slowly getting rid of them.
Yeah. Is that more or less merciful? I mean, like, if you're killing the worst of the worst quickly, are you doing it so they can't do any more harm onto the world? But they're just dying instantly, won't suffer, right? Huh. And no ramifications, correct?
That's the ramifications are he can't go to heaven or hell.
Yes, correct.
So that is a big.
Gotcha.
Does he become a Shinigami?
That was a really good
become
idea.
a ghost? Does he live forever? There are a lot of questions about what happens to him after death, other than Ryuk gets to write his name in Ryuk's death
What
note
does that mean?
to kill him.
Just to kill him? What happens when Ryuk writes Light's name in his death note? Does he become a Shinigami?
Well, no, that's when he's deciding on Light's death.
Okay.
Which we don't know what happens to Light upon death because he can't go to heaven or hell. So that makes me think that there is another place that he will go. And maybe Ryuk was once a human. I don't know. That's like a big theory.
I like it. I am totally with that theory.
But he did say that he's never seen a human write so many names.
So quickly, too.
Yeah. And that normally they're really scared by it. So that makes me think that other death notes... Well, I think they did say other death notes have been dropped down.
In the human world. They have said that. And my question is, like, if they give it to somebody else, their entire memories of having the death note are all gone.
Erased.
But what happens to that death note? Are there right now other death notes in the human world that we just don't know about?
I'm going to say no to that. Because all of the other Shinigami seemed like, oh, why are you going down there, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And he was like, I'm going to get my death note. And they were like, you lost another one? You just got one.
Can Ryuk freely go back and forth between the worlds?
Well, okay, maybe he can only do it because he's now connected to light. Because if they're so bored, why wouldn't they go down themselves and like watch and decide who they want to kill? Because he said that it's almost not fun for them to write in their death notes because they have no connection, it doesn't really matter to them who dies and how. So maybe he wanted to somehow have to go to Earth for something so that he could be excited by death again.
He's so light, he wants to be recognized.
He wants to be known for this.
Yeah.
That's why he wants it to be obvious that, like, someone's out to get the worst criminals in the world. But, like, people don't really believe in magic. I think that's going to be a really hard sell, that he was writing people's names in a book and they were just falling over with a heart attack.
He'll have to do some, like, either more specific things, proof, like
sacrificial
PR.
proof to the world for them to actually recognize him. It'll be like, it would have to be like, that guy right there, kill him this way. And then he'd be like, scribble, scribble, scribble.
Or do you think he wants everybody, it doesn't seem to me that he wants everybody to know that it is Light, or Yagami Light, who is the god. It seems like he wants to keep that persona separate from the person who is doing this stuff.
Oh, so you think he wants there to be a god of the new world and then no one really knows that it's him? They
because he's still the perfect student who,
It's almost like his way of not sacrificing his life for what it is and creating a separate identity.
Yeah, like an alter ego. Mm-hmm. Vigilante, like you said. Vigilante is a very odd word because what we know now, it's just criminals. I don't think he killed the kid in the classroom.
That's what I'm saying, though. If he runs out of bad people, he's gonna start killing people for lesser and lesser offenses. Yeah. Like that guy in the classroom, the bully of, he was at some after school prep school. He's going to start killing people for lesser and lesser things that he deems bad, but that doesn't mean they're a criminal or a bad person. And where is he going to go from there? Is he going to start killing people that upset him or disrespect him? It could just amplify from him being like simple, okay, I'm going to kill bad people, to suddenly like, I'm going to kill anyone I want.
He said all criminals, too. Like, then you get into the gray area of, if somebody commits a crime, that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. Like, I mean, there's a gauge of what is right or wrong that's different than the law. Is he just saying, like...
It's all on his own personal morality.
Did he say all criminals?
Yes. And then he made a point to say lesser criminals.
Yeah.
For the people with diseases and accidental deaths.
And that kid in school, just because he's, like, being a really big jerk to, like, another kid, he's not a criminal, right?
He also said he wasn't going to do it to people he knows.
Yes, that's true.
That must be really important.
Yes.
Because what if he ends up personally knowing someone who's a criminal? Is there going to be issue for him? Is he going to struggle with killing them? That was a really... I'm glad I remembered that.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I'm really
huge,
glad you
that he won't... or doesn't want to kill someone that he knows in real life.
So people won't connect it back to him, or for a different reason?
It could be that he doesn't want them to connect it to him and keep the idea that there is a separate entity, a divine person over control over the world. Or it could be that he doesn't have it in him to kill people he knows. Because he sees them every day. He knows their families, their names. He's talked to them. And it might be harder to do that than just be like, oh, just randomly saw a picture of a bad guy on TV.
Yeah.
You know consequences personally.
Like emotionally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
But I wonder if he's going to lose that. I mean, his eyes are starting to turn red. He's starting to get greedy and go out of control with writing names, I feel like he's gonna possibly go back on that personal rule to not kill people he knows.
Do you think the red is just an awesome, like, stylistic choice to make to show that side of him? Or do you think that there's something more to it? Do you think that, like, he's being, like, possessed or, like...
Well, in a way, he's no longer human because he can't go to heaven or hell. He's already, like, a lost soul.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a visual representation of his loss of who he was, and he's turning into a new person.
I like that.
And he can't go back.
Since I've never seen this show, like, right when I saw it, I was reminded by Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter. But the colors, the contrast.
I mean, Kurapika is a good connection, both on he seeks out death of people he deems criminals.
Yeah. Revenge kind of thing.
A revenge thing. On his end, it's a revenge thing. This guy is just killing people that are bad, that have no connection to him.
Yeah. I really, really liked the, like, choice of when to saturate and, like, when to make a color extremely vibrant as opposed to, like, the less saturated scenes in the episode. I love that. The animation was really smooth. And typically when I'm watching an anime, especially dubbed, it takes me a little bit to really fall in love with the voice actor. But I thought the voice acting in this show was phenomenal.
I 100% agree. There are a lot of shows that I can't watch the dub because I'm not feeling the voice. It's not matching it for me. But I thought these were really good. None of them took me out of it.
Yeah.
I was really into the story. I thought they were good.
It felt like the voice actors were, like, really giving it their all and trying to get into the character.
Yeah,
like,
his was kind of like got a little dark.
Yeah.
In his vocal tone. It was good. I liked it.
All right, that's all I have.
Okay. That
right.
was episode 1.
I'm excited for next episode.
Yeah. Thank you to our subscribers for suggesting Death Note to us.
Seriously, keep suggesting things. We love to hear what you have to think about a show in the comments, as well as what other shows you like and what other shows we haven't seen and maybe you'd like to see us react to. So please comment down below and let us know what you thought of this reaction, as well as what other shows you like. And please subscribe if you haven't, and like this video. It helps us out with, like, the algorithm of YouTube. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.